I take few moments to clear my mind from all the impressions or influences I gather since morning. Some I am aware of, some might not be, but there is always some very, very subtle influence of all the sounds, all the words, different energies. And I create for my own self pure energy, peaceful energy, and become aware of my own self as a point of light. Light, and there is power within this light. I am a peaceful soul, loveful soul. I am beyond these sense organs. I detach myself from the body, from the energy of all five elements, all the energy vibrations of all other souls of the world. So I just have thoughts, remembrance of one Baba. I think of Baba as ocean of love, ocean of peace, my Almighty Baba. And gradually, I like to get merged in the ocean of love, ocean of peace, so that I can receive, I can experience Baba's love, Baba's peace. Just go in the awareness of soul consciousness and merged in the ocean. I feel surrounded by the waves of the ocean of love and peace. And stay close to Almighty Baba to feel the protection and remove any subtle fears. Just remember, Baba is my protector. Create the practice of being with Baba, invoke Baba, so that you feel yourself to be in Baba's company. Baba is the one gives me courage to be stable. Always remind yourself that I am Baba's instrument, but as often during day it's possible, just be with Baba, just remembrance of one, so that the soul feels charged with Baba's pure and peaceful energy. So now let us merge deeply in the ocean. I take Dhristi from Baba and get merged in Baba's love.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is day 26, Pilgrimage of Remembrance. Now we'll be listening from Didi, and today is Saturday, the subtle region day, and we'll be having interview after that. We'll be having Sister Body with us. So after the series, we'll continue with our interview. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. I am sure that you all are okay, you all are well. I had been reading some of the experiences you share that everyone is benefiting, and important thing is that we look forward in the evening to meet the family, be together. Some are very happy with their angelic moments in the end, brings a lot of joy, happiness to see each other. So I think that it's really, really important. And I keep telling Baba and I talk to Dadi Janki that it's their blessings that we are able to do it regularly since 6 months and reading all the experiences and how this meeting has become part of our life now. And I know some of you have started working. Some children have also started going to school, college, but still everyone looks forward for the evening. And those who are not able to be part of evening, then they go on YouTube and from different countries, Baba's children, they still become part of this family, a Vyakti Parivar. At this time, every thought, I'm talking of every thought, should have full faith, full love, like full, because that is called stage of being complete, right? What is stage of complete? That every quality now is 100%. So one is, of course, when you are coming in interaction or you are busy with the task. But that time also not only positive, but let every thought be elevated, mm, because that kind of energy is required at this time. I am peaceful, you are peaceful, we all are peaceful. So his good wishes, his blessings, good thought for myself, good wishes for everyone, and also blessing. Yes, we all are peaceful. We all are loveful. We all are Baba's children. So through the thought, emerge, each thought should be elevated, powerful, full of faith, full of love, and then also have good wishes of same kind. Because if you want your good wishes to work, then it has to be really from your own good thoughts, pure thoughts. But if it's only 30%, 40, 60, 70, in my thought, the purity, the love, the percentage, 60% elevated, then how much good wishes others will get? Not much, right? So if I really want that my good wishes work, which I think we all need for each other, when I, go anywhere or anyone says all the best, good journey, I said, well, that's what I need, all good wishes. So we all need good wishes of everyone, right? So I have to look at that when I am saying something or I have good wishes for you, because all of us temporarily during day, once in a while, go through where the mind is not really very well, no, in the sense of full of love, enthusiasm. It's normal, it's common. And that is the time good wishes for each other will help the soul to think little higher, think little elevated. And on this spiritual journey, it's very, very important that we take and share. we take and share good wishes for everyone, and also internally that becomes the blessings for the soul. Because when you get something at the right time, we always say it's the blessing, right? Like if someone is feeling little bit deep within, disturbed because of any reason, or sometimes one's own sanskar, or losing hope, or getting disappointed, that is the time our good wishes will uplift the soul. So I have to remain full, no, to share good wishes. Otherwise, they will be good wishes, but they won't work very effectively. So, as much I keep myself full, elevated, complete, that much my good wishes will have strength and the power. Not only that, but then they become blessing for myself and for others also. So, and then as we keep using our sense organs, we see things, we listen things, we say things, all the time. We are using the organs and we are taking some little influences, right? Who said what, when, or any kind of, subtle things. It's always good that if we can do it before we sit with Baba or before sleeping, every whatever had been carried by the soul of the day as impressions, influences, we should clear all that so that I can be with Baba. And I liked very much when Baba said Thursday evening that when you are with me, then your self-respect is most elevated. And I really loved it. And then Baba said, also then Baba makes you feel, and you also feel like Baba. Those two words have stayed so much with me. And also then Baba said, contentment and complete. When you are with Baba, what else is needed, no? Just contentment, deep contentment. And because of that, one start feeling stage of completion. So being with Baba at this time is very important. I know that even we all are busy with job or karma yoga or something or other, but while doing that, you can still keep the thought, I have to be with Baba. Baba, let's do this together. Baba, let's cook together. Baba, let's clean together. That kind of awareness can be kept. Now, when it comes to anything like subtle, why are we only talking of subtle region? But what is subtle? What something which is invisible, like soul is invisible, right? Cannot be seen through eyes. God cannot be seen through the eyes. But it's only when we have subtle, pure feelings, like how did recognition of Baba happen? How did I recognize that Baba, what he's saying, God is saying, God Himself is saying? For me, of course, many different experiences, but today I was thinking that Baba, when we say, Baba, you are my father and mother, my parents, no, generally in Lokik, we know what parents do. But I look at how, as soon as we wake up, hmm, Baba, as parents, start taking care of us. And that I experienced from Brahma Baba. Every child was personally taken care of by Baba. Baba as mother and father, or Mama and Baba together. And that love, the care which they gave, some souls from that time, they say that even Lokik parents can never give you that much love as Brahma Baba or Shiv Baba through Brahma Baba gave us. We knew that it's not Brahma Baba. Brahma Baba cannot share that much love and care from very beginning. And as soon as we wake up, Baba is ocean of love And we are children of Baba as souls, right? As souls, we are all Babas, Shiv Babas. So Shiv Baba as parents. Then he teaches us as a teacher. And I noticed that Brahma Baba always found very sweet, gentle ways to teach children, to bring transformation in them. So first thing is Baba will explain very beautifully about soul consciousness, but then to do actions in soul consciousness. So let's say Baba will say children, Baba himself, like he was very punctual, very punctual. Six means six. Not only that, but very regular. I mean, I am surprised that we all could do this every evening regularly. Even school colleges are closed for weekend, right? But we don't take any holiday. So it's Baba's energy when Shiv Baba through Brahma Baba. He himself was example exactly in time and consistent. Mm. You heard that when his body was not well, he had to be in Bombay in hospital. Baba said, "Oh, children must be waiting for Murli, so Baba will write Murli." So as a teacher, like he, how to teach children, like Baba also wanted everything of the yagya, whether it's cooking of food or keeping of stock and everything to be perfect, no? Accurate, clean. So then he will start with something small. That one time he was sharing toli, and when he was giving the pieces of toli, they were not of all size. All were not of same size. Some were little, some were big. So then he gave few examples and called Didi Mohini and said that toli should be equal pieces. Otherwise, my attention goes is now I'm giving a big one. And one who is receiving also feels, oh, I got little one. So why? So what the subtlety here was that the thoughts of someone are very valuable. So why should they go waste by saying, why I got small piece? Or Baba got this thought, oh, I'm giving someone big one, someone small one. It's very subtle to see how we help each other do things in such a way that no one's thoughts are wasted. One who is doing it, one who is receiving it. And it's the value uh, of each other, caring for each other. It's not whatever other one has to think, let that one think. No. There has to be that kind of love, respect, and harmony for each other that if I do this or don't do this, then others will get all these thoughts. I mean, this is what I was amazed to see that it is teaching us to think in such a way, do in such a way that others also don't have any waste thoughts. I remember Dadi Janki one time because, I always believe there is truth and honesty. And Dadi Janki always said, it is good to communicate. Mm. You are truthful, you are honest, but we also trying to find some way. So communicate and tell. And then I realized that how sometimes I didn't wanted to say anything, was also wasting their thoughts. Mhm. Because 2 hours she was trying to find out something, what is right or not, is it true or not. And I was part of it, but I knew it is true. So I'm not thinking, but also I'm not thinking because if I don't tell Dadi, she will keep thinking. So she said, no, communicate and say, Dadi, it is like that. Then I have to decide whether this is truth or not. But if you know it, why don't you tell? Mm. So it's like I found in Yagya very subtle way mm, to help each other. Mm. Because there are some souls, right? Whatever they do, they did right, confidence, and so they are carefree. They're not thinking, but maybe some others are. So this is where, in a very subtle way, when we communicate. So what I'm saying that the learning actually from Baba and amongst ourselves was very valuable. Now, when we talk of something subtle, it's really vibrations and the feelings. Mm. So when I have truth and I just say the truth. Mm. So even from that time, I always like communicate words. Mm. Because as he said, okay, you have capacity not to think, but what about others? Mhm. So to create that inner harmony, the teachings I'm talking about, Brahma Baba and Dadis, the way they taught us for every little thing mm, was really, really a beautiful, and that is Baba's love for us, right? But again, if we have subtle intellect, we will catch it and we will make dharana changes in us. If not, we still could remain same. Mm. But in that also, Brahma Baba was very detached. Tell everything, teach everything, mm, and then observe. Tell everything, teach everything, but just be observer because again, everyone has different part to play. Sadguru Baba, very, very clear directions. Shrimat, what to do. So Baba, uh, we always say Baba also is a surgeon. Baba also take care of us. And Baba, really, really, anyone who was not well, was sick, was not taking medicine, Baba will personally go to that soul. Child, you are okay, you are well, put his hand on patient's head, make that person feel well. So it's invisible. God's love is not visible. But the way it works on the soul, but then I have to be in soul consciousness to feel that love and care. I know that Body Ben is with us and we will have some chat. But when the word subtle region is used, I said, no, not only subtle region, but our own subtle mind, subtle intellect, and which comes from purity. No? When there is purity, soul consciousness, then how do we relate to each other, communicate with each other? Even they are minimum words, but it's a very beautiful, harmonious relationship of Baba with us and we all amongst ourselves. Om Shanti.
Did you all experience your beautiful angelic form? Did you experience Baba opening his arms and dearly waiting for us? It's the land of angels. Every Saturday, we celebrate our Subtle Region Day. Welcome to Subtle Region. Oh, don't forget to bring a picture of an angel during our angelic dance.
Om Shanti, welcome to Awake the Journey. Today is Saturday, Subtle Region Day. Yes. So before I invite Sister Wadi for interview, let's see our homework for tomorrow.
अभी सभी बाप के साथ ऊंचे से ऊंचे परम धाम में बैठ बाप के साथ सर्व आत्माओं को रहम की दृष्टि दो. Being on our highest on high stage, let's all experience this beautiful swaman. I, the soul, am merciful.
Om Shanti. Yes, it's so beautiful. Suman, I am merciful. So that's what we'll practice tomorrow. That's awareness. We'll keep tomorrow. And now we would like to invite, it's welcome back, right, Sister Wadi? We had great time 2 weeks ago, and she had promised to come back. So here it is, that day has come, and welcome, Sister Wadi. Welcome back.
Thank you, Bhumi Van. Hello, Sister Mohini. So probably a lot of you joined the Sammelan this morning, the Cindy Sammelan, and I just wanted to get Sister Mohini's feedback on that. What was your thinking, or what, any realization from that? Because this probably is one of the biggest gatherings that we've ever managed to have, because there wasn't a physical place that they had to go to. And I was seeing that in no time the Zoom quota had filled up, which must have been at least 1,000, and how many were on each connection. And where I was on YouTube, there was over 500 at the time I was there. So it was a very, very big gathering. And I wonder if this is indicative of anything. Did it, for you, was it just another gathering, or is there some significance?
I think that we didn't announce it in Avyakti Parivar, so I don't know if anyone was there, because we knew that the numbers will be big because the registration was coming on. But I can tell, but I don't know if Parivar at this time will be able to connect, but they can go on YouTube, I think, and watch it. You know, it was like Sindhi community is very social, you know, so, and very much in culture. You must have like their songs and they were devotion. They love food. They go to all the temples. They believe in everything because I think they feel it's the respect. So, but then when Jantiben start talking about Hyderabad Sindh and whole story of Brahma Baba, I got little bit emotional and start thinking of my early days with Brahma Kumaris when they came to my grandparents' home, and like everything was page by page it was turning, and I am seeing everything, feeling everything. And so I was a bit emotional to see how in childhood I, as a teenager, I came to know all these daddies and also became very friendly with them, very friendly, because since then, like I would want to see, even I was young, what they need, and and that's how I grew with Yagya for all the daddies, whether their medical needs, their whatever little things they need, I will be, and many of us, of course, but I really love to do that. So I think it was Dadi Janki always had this thought to serve Sindhis. They had arranged a program in Hong Kong, London, and so few places, but there was not like something consistent. But since this, I mentioned Dada Mohan, this brother left body, his wife Rachna used to come to Harmony House very regularly. They both lives in Trump Tower in Manhattan, but he was in Hong Kong and then he got sick. And some or other they asked us for meditation. I don't know how many of you are aware that in Edison and even here, like we had fixed 12 o'clock to do meditation with the families of one who is sick, because we told them it's not we only have to meditate. The whole family has to join. And in addition, like they did, and one or two, they got well, but one left body. But their families are still continuing to. Then we offer them meditation course. And so same is happening. Anjani Ben continued 3 times a week, 3 days a week. But also I used to join them. And this is where, and in that group also, there were people from India, Hong Kong, different, their family. And actually, their family has connection with Sister Rosie. So Sister Rosie's brother was in St. Thomas, and I also was much in touch with that family. So I think somewhere that seed was there, Dadi's thought, and Dadi's be completing 6 months of Dadi's becoming angelic. And I feel so strongly that Dadis make, like I said 2 days ago, that ancestor souls, my feeling is, which I am very clear now, is making things happen through us, whatever couldn't happen at that time. So I feel that each one of us have to be really very ready. Let them use us. My body, my mind, my wealth, anything, they are getting Baba's task accomplished through us. And I really start feeling very proud that that's good, because Daddy Janki used to say few things I didn't do. Daddy Prakash Mani said few things, and now they're making that happen through us. So it's like extra privilege for all of us to see that is Baba's task, but ancestor souls are using us. So today's program also felt like Daddy's thought. And two ways, I was thinking that, which I am planning for next, to make it little more spiritual. When I says everyone was So it was not about Sindhi community, it is not about Brahma Kumaris, but it could have been little bit more where people could have experienced little more. But I think that they served VIPs of the community, they served or reminded those who were connected with Baba, so they served in multi-purpose way. But definitely, I was very moved, and I thought it's a very good thing, which we will see how we continue. These days, very easy to start a program, but main challenge is to keep it together, in the sense of keep doing it again. Like we have started this children, little children of BK families. They are between 8 to 30, and their numbers are growing. Teachers are there, but it needs lot of time and planning and coordination. So but I think some way we will continue. But I think overall it went on very well. Unmute yours.
Oh, they muted me. Yeah, the time went by very, very quickly, and it was very, it flowed very, very nicely. And
There were 26 items. Brother Zoom brother Narayan, he was telling me that it was like, and Anoli is the one who did all videos and everything. So it
yes,
went very well.
Yeah, it was very beautiful. And I was just wondering, because in a way that by it being on this medium, it's like it's happening in another dimension in a way that it couldn't in the physical world. And so I was just wondering if always looking for signs of what Baba says, as it was in the beginning, so it will be in the end. And so there was a sense from the program today that finally the Sindhis are waking up and paying attention and really seeing, what the Brahma Kumaris is and who Brahma Baba was and the teachings that he gave, and that they're proud of the fact that they're also associated with it. And so I don't know if, as in the beginning, it was the Sindhis who were the first ones to respond to God's coming. Is it now the time that will happen again? Is this a sign that it's happening again? That the Sindhis are starting to come. So, Sister Mohini, I was thinking about the subtle region, which is what today's topic is. And there's many things that we take for granted simply because we've been hearing them for so long. But I was wondering if maybe a primer, going back over the whole thing, might be a useful exercise in terms of, and I have variety questions and I can give them all to you at once and then you can just flow from that. And part of it is the creation of the subtle region, the sustenance of the subtle region, and how will we know that the door's closed, because if it was created, then it has to finish. And so just looking at it kind of from a historical perspective, could you maybe speak to that? Because they didn't, my understanding that it was really through Daddy Gulzar as a little child that there came to be the awareness of the subtle region. Let me turn this off. Sorry. So could you maybe speak to that a little bit?
See, originally when Yagya started, and so the role of subtle region is that sisters will have vision of golden age, life of golden age, and we have heard that they will create costumes like that, and Baba will, basically it was really to, as they were all together for so many years, every evening they will have how there will be crown ceremony, what they will eat, all kinds of golden age, all the scenes of golden age were shown. And they will come and, tell, and then they were sisters who were tailors. They will get their costume staged, and you must have seen some of those photos of Yagya. And then later on, it was like more Baba through Santri Dadi, not through Dadi Gulzar. Through Dadi Gulzar was more on revealing more about tree and, all kinds of knowledge aspects. But personal directions, Baba will take through. Santri Dadi was Baba's personal trans messenger, Vishwa Kishore Bahu's wife. And so Baba will say whatever directions internally about Yagya, Baba's, next step, travel, everything was through Santri Dadi. So it was like very actively, Baba will keep sending messages. She will go to trance and bring the message. So Dadi Gulzar played very important role, and then Santri Dadi was, and there was third one. Her name was Sandeshi. The name was Sandeshi, means messenger, and she is the one who used to play with Baba a lot, and very light-hearted person. And she will also bring some messages. Later on, I think when I came, that also was almost beginning of when they came from Pakistan to Mount Abu. Then I joined. And when I came, it was basically also was, messages about Yagya, about, so it was also sharing, take message, bring back message. But with me, I found that it was very actively more, Baba was more talking about his angelic state. But then Baba also keeps saying, after some time, that when Baba became aware, they don't need angelic Brahma there, right? And then Baba said, Shankar doesn't have part anyway. So gradually it's like keep reducing or diminishing the part of different part of the subtle region. Then it became like, Thursday, quick bhog, Baba will say, go come, go, because there was lot of them. They will, when they were very pulled by subtle regions, they go in super sensitive joy and they will do a lot of ras, or they will look at Brahma Baba in their stage of perfection and run towards Baba. So gradually Baba wanted also that to reduce, so that connection with subtle regions. And then it really remained as offering of bhog and Baba, what Baba has to share, unless there are some, very important things where Dadi Gulzar, like Ramesh Bhai, will give list of things to get approved. Then it came hospital, then, whatever activities were happening, and they will tell Dadi Gulzar to go and ask Baba. So Baba will just give very clear direction. So it was gradually reducing. And then, of course, now we know that Baba is aware. There are so many ancestor souls. They are aware. So, as I'm saying, it's really in the last part, time is short, but also the part of subtle regions is also very few souls really go there and communicate with Baba. But still, Baba wants all of us to experience, in our angelic form and subtle regions. When doors will close, I think they will close. But when exactly, I don't think. But I feel, I always tell them that it's getting less and less now. Maybe Baba wants to see us in angelic form and doesn't need to be there in subtle regions. And then also part is changing, no? Brahma Baba's part will also change. and then there won't be need of subtle regions. But then when we are returning home, we still will pass from there, and that will be like final helping us to, make us perfect in the sense of if there are any little settlement has to happen, it's just the signal. There won't be like punishments and all that. But even in subtle regions or towards the end, 1 minute of regret that I could have done more is kind of punishment because you can't do anyway. That's what I also see, that if you haven't been able to transform or do as much you could have done from your good stage, then all that karmic account which is left, Baba just needs to give signal. But that's where some souls will internally like feel that pain or kind of punishment. So it will be very, very subtle. That is why at least I remain very careful how everyone can be happy, how not create any kind of karmas even through the thoughts or through words, so that when I am passing from there, then I don't have to regret. I just have done maximum best to glorify Baba, be a good child of Baba, good server. So in the end, there will be this part, and ultimately, still we will feel Baba's love before we go home. This is what my feelings are. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, Daddy doing a class in Madhaban, and I think it had to do with Dharmaraj Puri or whatever. And so I asked her afterwards, Daddy, what are you going to do when your friends come in front of you in Dharmaraj Puri? And Daddy looked at me with such a serious look on her face, and she said, Waddy, why do you think I'm making so much effort on all of you now? So in other words, that she wouldn't have to see us pass through that stage. I was wondering, did you have any of these types of experiences before Gyan?
What can you mean?
The subtle region. They're I mean, from our perspective, they're kind of visionary in a way. You get images, you get messages, and even though, of course, the subtle region wouldn't have been available to you and that you didn't have Gyan yet, but did you have an inclination? Did you have, some kind of otherworldly experience even before coming back to Baba?
Yeah, I was a devotee of Sri Krishna. And of course, we have all deities in our temple, big temple at home. But I personally communicated with the flame and Sri Krishna because we used to light diya. And I don't know how in my Lokik family, because when I used to do night arti to make them sleep or final puja, and so they will say, you will ask God, something. I said, well, I don't know. They felt that I could communicate. So I had some kind of, relationship with that flame, Diya. And I will say that if you think this is right, the flame should shake. If you think it's not right, so I will look at that flame and get the answers. And also with Krishna, I also had like, okay, if you will smile, then I will say yes. So I used to do, get all that kind of communication. In my thoughts were from God because I saw light as a God. And and then everyone like in the family will say, okay, can you ask this? Can you ask this? So I will say, okay, let's see. I will try to get the signal. So I think, and then when I came in Gyan, I just not heard much, but I could just sit for 2, 3 hours early morning just sit in intoxication and, very, very deep experiences with Baba, not knowing Baba as Baba. So
Mm-hmm.
I had little bit of that tendency of communicating with God, understanding of some of the signal through images. So then, of course, in the beginning also, when one start going in trance, you only get visions, You don't understand, you don't say anything. And then gradually, communication begin, and a time comes when you are able to take message and bring message. And now also, it's not really up to me, but whenever there is the need, you really hear very clearly what Baba wants us to do at this time. So I would say yes, in the path of bhakti, I had a very special personal connection with God in whatever form I believe.
And what was the requirement for approving different sisters and in some cases brothers as sandeshis, as messengers?
Yeah,
What was the qualification?
yeah. Baba will invite. I can say from my experience, and Baba will give Drishti, and I will go in trance. Mostly it used to be Amrit Vela, early morning, and then later on I was told that Santri Dadi will be sitting on that bed mattress, and she will know how far we going and are we communicating or not. And then she will come and tell Baba that she did reach there. No, as I told you in the beginning, when we used to take bhog, we will meet each other in the sky. Oh, you taking bhog, you taking bhog. So,
Really?
yeah, we used to see each other. Let's say if 10 trans messengers are going, everyone has their tray, they going. And we used to see each other. It was very funny, in the sense of when I think of that, because that doesn't happen. And then it's so interesting that Brother Jagdish, at that time, one time they did in public, Dadi Gulzar and myself, we had to offer bhog. And Jagdish Bhai always want to see that what message I got, what she got. And so message will be same, but the way our interpretation, in the sense of if Baba is showing me something and the way she will describe or way I will describe. But we found that it was really kind of same message. But I always say also the timing, no? If two trans messengers generally doesn't happen. I know few times that the Gulzar and I, we had to do it together. And so it was matching, message also. So it's like Dadi will tell Baba and then they will officially declare that yes, this one is Baba's trans messenger. So there were many who used to offer Bhog and get visions, but not necessarily the messages. I think
And
it's amazing when I think how it happens until now. In the sense when I am there or I am offering, because I am very much pulled and I am there with Baba, and how everything, you know, even Baba, I can't hear sound, but I could hear every word, it's like so clear.
is there a difference in your experience now? In the same way as you said earlier, that there are still some things left undone, if you like, that the daddies had encouraged you for, and now feeling that they're helping you to finally do it. Were there any things in terms of messages in the subtle region, any experiences that you had there that you kind of just took for granted, and that now looking back on it, you should have done something about it, or that you didn't pay as much attention to it as what you should have?
I think that it was never directions for me particular, when I
Okay.
go. because one of the principle to adopt was not to go for personal directions, you know.
Okay, beautiful.
So in the beginning, like, oh, you have given exam, you Baba can tell you, but I won't ask Baba. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Had
yes.
Baba had hinted, I think, don't use it for personal, you know, directions. So all the directions came really was for Yagya and for all of us. And mostly directions came through Dadi Gulzar. You know, the messages
Mm-hmm.
are different than directions. So
Yeah.
directions came through Dadi Gulzar because she was the one as, you know, first official trans messenger. And then messages, yes, that it comes through some of us.
And so when you might have been in Madhaban during Sakhar Baba's days and you were offering bhog, you were meeting Aviyak Baba in the subtle region, you were offering bhog to him. What was the experience of Sakhar Baba at that time? What part did
Mm.
he play?
I think Baba used to sit with us now. On one side, Baba will sit, other side, Mama. In between, the bhog will, the trans messenger will sit. So I think that definitely offering was to the subtle regions, subtle Brahma. That's where we offered. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what Brahma Baba felt. I never asked, but
I would have
think,
been curious.
yeah. But they both used to sit with us to offer. Like we all offering to Baba. No, they both were like offering to Baba. So
Mm.
I actually it is to Shiv Baba. No, we offer. We don't offer to Brahma. We offer to
Right,
Shiv
but his
Baba.
form was there,
Yeah,
no?
that time in
Yes.
the subtle form of Brahma. Right.
Yeah, yeah. And, I've even heard Daddy say at times, that she'd never had visions, although we would see her sometimes go into semi trance, especially when she was dancing. And although the majority of us do not have the kind of experience that of which you're speaking, yet we do have subtle experiences. And so, what is the distinction? And even amongst, Sandeshis, there's such a variety. Some you just feel like as if they're telling you about a dream they had the night before. And with another one, there will be substance. There'll be something of that's really solid that you can use. Rather than just telling you about the decoration or whatever else. So, like for instance, when you're meditating normally, uh, you're not going into trance, right?
No, no, no.
What is the difference in your experience in the subtle region when you're just sitting for yoga and
So
when
there
you're offering bhog?
is so interesting that there is no thought, no effort. I don't remember Baba even. As soon as I sit to offer bhog, I'm completely silent and feel pulled, and I'm with Baba. And these days, like some people ask me, oh, before you all used to get jerked, so you didn't get jerked, so did you go? I said, still I go because I know my way. And Baba calls me, and there is no need to have jerk, but because I could just, Baba invokes and communicates so clearly. And now everyone's intellect is different. Even when people are giving knowledge, some will emphasize on certain points and certain examples. So our intellects are different. So even when we go to subtle region, what I see and then I describe, and so I think Baba also with everyone is different, because if intellect cannot catch what Baba is saying, so that is why I think there is some difference where Baba also gives us the experience in subtle regions. Maybe Vodiman, you can share one of your subtle experience, as you are mentioning that you have also subtle experience. Can you share one?
Well, just in general terms, the feeling first of subtlety. It's not so much, I can bring up images, almost like giving yourself a meditation commentary, and have the awareness of Avyek Baba, or of my own form. But I think different from that would be where, and very often it will happen when I'm on the guddy, and sometimes particularly on a Thursday. And it's not so much that I'm seeing images and pictures and things, but it's like something comes like a gift, and it will be a way of looking at a point of knowledge or understanding something that I hadn't understood before. It's kind of like as if something's just dropped into, and I suppose I would have to say, and I was going to ask you, is it always about the intellect, Because I wonder if there aren't also souls who may not be known for a very big intellect, but because of a bhavna or something, that they have those intense experiences as well.
No, experiences could be with bhavna, but understanding of the message, it's on definitely on intellect,
Yeah. And so for me, these are, and I was sharing, I was doing class today with Covent Garden, and sharing that aspect, like they were asking about, how do you sustain yourself? And that really is one of the things. And I would have to say it's realizations, that come when I sit for meditation, when I sit with Baba, that's something that I couldn't have thought about or understood or whatever under normal circumstances. It will suddenly come with great clarity. That for me would be like the subtle experience.
That means the intellect, when you are with Baba, remembering Baba, becomes subtle intellect. So insights, clarity, new points,
Yeah.
they just drop. As
They
you said,
drop.
drop, you feel like that.
Yeah.
I also get a lot of subtle insights through.
Yes.
Because at that time our intellect is very subtle, very pure. When I said intellect, really means, so when it's subtle and pure, then these pure realizations come. And of course, it's from Baba also, signals.
Really. And that to me is like a gift. It's really a gift, because just in churning ordinarily, I couldn't have arrived at that. That it just comes, it drops in like a pearl being dropped into a pot or something. Yeah.
That's right.
So,
That's beautiful.
yeah. So I don't think anymore that it's about people being trained to be Sandeshis, or is it being encouraged, or
No.
I don't
It,
think
it's
so.
really
Yes.
it's really a gift from Baba, or part. Baba used to say, it's your part, you play.
Yeah.
So
And
Baba
will
never
you?
really emphasize a lot on this, because see, a lot of then people were forcing themselves, they were really doing it, which was not right. So Baba had to kind of, because, you are really in a way out of control at that time. But when you have pure intellect, then you remain, you have to remain connected with body and also go up. So there could be lot of subtle influences which
That
were
was
happening.
something I was going to ask you about. How do you protect yourself? The difference in the astral plane and the subtle region, and where there could be interference.
No, but if you don't have any desire in the self,
Beautiful.
like, oh, I
Beautiful.
want to be recognized, everyone should believe in my message. You trying to prove something, so there is a
Yeah.
subtle desire and subtle ego involved in that. And that is where influences come. So
Oh,
Baba,
interesting.
Baba gave us few signals like not to use for personal, or Santri Dadi, she will tell us, not to have any desire. So, and also to keep intellect in a way very untouched, even you have information of many things, and but that divinity, divine and pure intellect, so sometimes like I find people bombard me with ideas, opinions, I just shut down, in the sense of that's okay, that's enough. I just want to keep my intellect up to here. Why? Because I want to maintain that purity, that divinity, and not go into too much expansion of many, many ideas, many things. So I listen everything, but not, like some people, if they, uh, they go somewhere and believe in something, they mix into their ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But I really, these days also, I feel very pure knowledge, experiences, what I saw in Yagya, not bring in lot of other intellectual stuff.
Yeah, we feel that
So,
from you, Mohini Ben.
so I,
And just one thing, and I know we've overshot time, but sometimes when you come back with your messages, then you will indicate in a way that whatever the gathering is, that you've seen the whole gathering. But are you aware, or how are you aware of us in the subtle region? Do
no,
you
because
see us in
Baba,
our angelic form, or it's more a feeling?
yeah, no, Baba shows each one face is same. You all are same up there, but just the form of light. So I recognize, I can see it's our gathering, or, so unless Baba wants to show unlimited gathering, but if it's from the class, you all have same features and everything, but in the light, form of light. So I could recognize, that's why I say you all were there. So Baba can invoke, no, all of you in your angelic form there, right?
Yeah,
And that also is like, it's your angelic form is like very pure, the image is so clean and it's light and transparent and it's very beautiful.
yeah.
So when I see you all in angelic form, you all look very, very beautiful.
He has all our pictures up there, right?
Anyway, it's so nice that we are able to chat and
Yeah.
meet the family, and otherwise we would have met maybe once in few months, but now we're meeting every evening now.
But I
And
still miss
amazing,
the physical meeting, Sister Mohini.
yeah, you all are
Makes a
invited in
difference.
Peace Village. we are we have started in Peace Village every weekend Brahmin retreat, but
Mm-hmm.
only those who could come by car,
Yes.
not by
Yeah.
flight, because
Not
then
by
they have to
plane.
quarantine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whenever Miami is not far to drive, you all can come.
Okay, there's a thought. Everybody listening, we'll talk about it tomorrow morning. I like the idea of a road trip, actually.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You all will enjoy the trip. You can stop where we have Baba's Gita Parchalas or some of the families. No, stop.
Yeah. And we can all get tested before we leave.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, many of them have anyway. They've gotten tested, but to be on the
Okay.
safe side. Yeah, I like that. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Sister
Yeah.
Mohini.
Thank you. Thank you, Vodiben.
Thank you so much, Sister Lori. That was
Pleasure. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. And Om
Thank you,
Shanti.
Mohini Ben. Om
Good
Shanti.
night. Good
Good
night.
night.
Everyone. Good night. Good night.